Hi, everyone. Drew Roberts here with Milwaukee Real Producers. I am very excited today. We have one of our newest partners with Milwaukee Real Producers here with us, Mike Madson with Colorwheel Painting. So we're very excited. We have a phenomenal painting company now that we are partnered with and able to, recommend to all the top agents out there in our community. So Mike, very excited to have you here today. Appreciate you taking some time and, giving us some insight into you and your business.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, it's going to be good, Drew. I think we can be a great resource to a lot of people.
Definitely. Well, let's jump in, Mike. I'd love for, we'll get into the business side of things, of how you can help some of the agents and their clients and things like that. But I'd love to give everybody a little opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. So if you could tell us just a little bit more about yourself, family, background, that'd be great.
Sure. Let's see. I just turned 41. So I guess the midlife crisis has happened. You'll get there. Been married 11 years. I don't know how she keeps putting up with me, but she does. So I'll keep riding that one out. And my wife, Bree, and I together, we have 3 kids, Evelyn, James, and John. And Evie's 7, and then James is 5, and John will be 3 here in a couple weeks. So life is crazy, Wife and I both grew up in Green Bay, so we're kind of, I don't know, maybe we've got the slightly northern Wisconsin accents or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah, that's the gist of it.
Very cool. Yeah, and for us too, obviously, you're doing some great work with a lot of the top agents here in the metro area, and so love to jump in. You and I have had some discussions kind of offline a little bit just about the different areas that you work in, but I'd love to kind of dig through a little bit about what are those areas, and how the agents that are watching, let them know kind of how you can utilize your company to, for their clients or even them personally.
Yeah, kind of a big topic there, but I guess when you say area, I'll just cover the geographic area first and foremost. And
Sure.
We service most of Southeast Wisconsin. So this greater 5-county region we're set up and able to service. Some people worry about maybe the jobs that are a little further away, but of course, then we just have to kind of build that into our pricing package for the customer and
Sure.
try to make it work. So yeah, that's geographic area. And then, of course, in terms of like types of work, of course, if you want to have me dive into that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of stereotypes about maybe what a painting company is. And, a lot of people just think ceiling and walls. We're a lot more than that. So of course we'll do ceilings, walls, all the trim. That's more the routine thing, but then we specialize in cabinet painting, which I think could be huge for the buyer or seller side in a lot of real estate transactions. Then we do other things with our staining and finishing and repairing and refinishing stained items in houses. We remove wallpaper, which definitely has to come into play here. And we actually install wallpaper too for those maybe moving in and wanting to customize something. We have full color consultants available to help with color selections. And I think, what's real nice for the agents out there is just that we have 3 full-time estimators, project leads. That's their job, is to go out and meet with people. So we've got really good flexibility to be able to, get something scheduled and keep things moving and make sure these projects are going to happen in a timely manner.
Definitely. And one of the things too that you and I had discussed is the types of individuals that you have working at Colorwheel. So, obviously there sometimes is somewhat of a stigma, when it comes
Sure.
to certain industries, right? Like, hey, if I'm going to refer this company to my client, like what type of work are they going to do? And I think that's something that really separates you guys from a lot of businesses that are out there. But tell us a little bit more about the employees and just the way that you guys go about in your customer service.
Yeah, well, Drew, when I started this business over 16 years ago, I saw that this industry just, there might be some good painters in this industry, but they're horrible business people. And so I set out to really set up a shop that runs a business right And to me, that means returning phone calls really in a very timely manner, being responsive, having the staff, like I said, those sales guys where they can email and they can text and they can just, lines of communication are always open, ready, and willing just to get after it. And then on the person, on the people side, the staffing side, the painters that we have, they're just, I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone else out there, but these are really, really solid, good people. They work exclusively for me. We don't engage in this business of subcontracting. A lot of competitors do that. That's their model. That's fine. But it's kind of like, you never know who you're going to get. And I don't like that.
Sure.
A lot of my staff literally has keys to my own house. I trust these people that much. They'll go in, they'll work around my wife and kids here and there on my own stuff. And I've, full confidence in these people. A lot of college educated people, not all of them, but a lot of them have art degrees. Just a really fine eye for detail. And they're very pleasant, nice, courteous, respectful human beings. They really are. They're not sitting there smoking on the front stoop or, showing up all late and casual and flip flops. This is a professional business. And the people working here really care about our clients and that client experience.
Definitely. And I think that's, when you and I had spoke originally, I think that was the one thing that really did separate you from a lot of other companies that are out there is, this is a business and people need things done the right way. And, I think we've all kind of heard the horror stories of, hey, I had somebody, somebody's kid or whatever needed some money. So we painted, X, Y, and Z
Right.
for us. And then they realize how not good of a job that person did.
Yeah.
And then they wind up paying for it in the back end. And so I think that's a thing, especially when people are in the process of buying or selling homes or they're getting their house ready to be put on the market is, what level of painting do you want done in your house? And I think you guys definitely bring a lot of that to the table to make sure that it's done the right way and it's done the right way the first time.
Yeah, thanks, Drew. I mean, I think it's easy just to look at the task at hand of painting, but consumers need to ask themselves what else is going to happen with this experience, like that timeline, that scheduling. There's a lot of other stuff, what kind of mess could be left behind. All that matters, so we've got that running nice and clean.
Definitely. I'd like to dig a little bit more into the cabinet side. I know countertops too, that, for a lot of people looking to sell their homes, they don't want to do full remodels. They don't want to, they don't want to put a ton of money into doing a full kitchen remodel when they're going to be moving, but, they do want to make sure that they're accentuating the assets of their house. And so I think that's something that I'd like to dive into a little bit more is just when it comes to the kitchens and the cabinets and things like that. Tell us a little bit more about that process and what you guys do there.
Yeah, cabinet painting is a huge part of our business. I'm happy to say I think we probably paint more cabinets than any other painting company in Southeast Wisconsin. I mean, we'll probably do 200, 250 kitchen cabinet sets in a year. I mean, that's a lot of cabinets. Our workshop lets us process about 10 to 15 jobs at a time. So that's really nice to have. But, to your point, those kitchens, a lot of dark or even medium tone oaks and other woods in this environment. And it's a game changer to be able to paint that and really at a fraction of the cost of a remodel, get it painted, maybe have us swap out countertops and really great bang for the buck there to either help get a house sold or customize it for the person coming in.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think that like you had said too, I think it's just so important for everybody listening that, Colorwheel is able to kind of customize the job that you need done. If you need an entire house painted, they can do that. If you're looking for just smaller jobs like cabinet painting that can really just help with, the sale of a house or when you're moving in somewhere and you want to make it your own. And I think that's really awesome too, Mike, is just you guys are able to really go in and assess, hey, what are the needs here? And you guys are able to pretty much do what's ever needed, no matter how big or, small the job is. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's neat. We've got 13 full-time painters right now, and I'm very carefully trying to hire and bring on a few more top quality people, which is a process. But I won't hire just anybody. So yeah, you know, sometimes we'll have someone close on a house and they need a ton of work done, and we'll put 8 people in that house just to start plowing through it. And other times it's just one room to get done so we can have a listing go live, and we'll get someone over there and get that done.
Definitely. Very cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. We've been looking for just a really awesome painting company, you know, that we can recommend to the top agents that we're confident in. And, you know, we're super excited to have you on board and you know, start getting you out there in front of all the top agents in our community that are looking for a really good painting partner. So
yeah, I'm hoping some of them have heard of us. Like I shared with you, we started running those digital billboards this year out on the highways. That's pretty cool to see our name up in the lights, and some different radio stations. It's cool after 16 years to kind of feel like we've arrived in a sense. And
sure.
You know, I know what it's like to give a referral too, and just how you feel like your entire reputation is hinging on that. And you got to be so careful giving names out and stuff like that. And to any agent listening, like, we will treat that referral like gold. You know, we'll make them look good. We'll make sure that customer goes, "Thank you for recommending Colorwheel." That's our goal.
Very cool. Well, Mike, I appreciate the time that, you know, you took today and gave us some insight into you and Colorwheel. Just want to give you any chance with any final last words, and we can kind of wrap up our call here.
Yeah, you know, I'm just thankful to be here. I'm looking forward to building relationships. If anybody wants to network with me and connect, happy to do a Zoom meeting or meet in person. I'm a total coffee guy, so happy to get out there and buy some good coffee. But, you know, we're always looking for opportunities, always trying to grow and do things right. And really, that's just it. You know, we're open to taking on more and looking for some great connections.
Very cool. Well, we are, like I said, we're super excited to have you on board, and you know, very excited for the next couple of years of partnership. And we will definitely have some fun at our next event when that happens. So
awesome.
We'll have that next event coming soon. But awesome, Mike. Well, I once again really appreciate your time today, and you and I will definitely connect soon.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Thanks so much.